Alexander Yuk-Ching Ma's life was a study in contrasts. Born in British Hong Kong in 1940, Ma's early life was steeped in the complexities of a city caught between East and West. He emigrated to the United States in the 1960s, seeking a new life and greater opportunities. Ma became a naturalized American citizen, a symbol of his allegiance to his adopted homeland. In 1982, Ma joined the Central Intelligence Agency, the very embodiment of American national security. He served as a case officer, a role that required trust, discretion, and an unwavering commitment to the United States. Ma's background, including his fluency in Mandarin and Shanghainese, made him a valuable asset to the agency. He worked in various capacities, gaining access to highly classified information about U.S. intelligence operations, including sensitive technologies and the identities of confidential sources. However, Ma's loyalty was not as absolute as it seemed. Beneath the surface of his American life, a secret allegiance simmered. Ma had maintained ties to his birthplace, and more ominously, to the People's Republic of China. After leaving the CIA in 1989, Ma carried with him a dangerous secret. He had been secretly working for the Chinese government. This betrayal, carefully concealed for years, would have devastating consequences for U.S. national security and for Ma himself. Ma's espionage was driven by a potent combination of factors: ideology, greed, and perhaps a sense of divided loyalty. The Chinese government, eager to expand its influence and counter what it perceived as American hegemony, offered Ma something he seemed willing to trade his integrity for: money and recognition. Over several years, Ma met with Chinese intelligence officials on multiple occasions, often in Hong Kong. These clandestine meetings were fraught with risk, but Ma was meticulous in his movements, careful to avoid detection. He used his knowledge of CIA tradecraft to cover his tracks, operating in the shadows with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. During these meetings, Ma provided his handlers with a treasure trove of classified information. He photographed documents, revealed operational details, and even compromised the identities of CIA assets working undercover in China. The damage inflicted upon U.S. intelligence operations was significant, jeopardizing lives and compromising sensitive sources of information. Shockingly, Ma did not act alone in his treachery. He enlisted the help of his relative, also a former CIA officer, who shared his Chinese heritage and, tragically, his willingness to betray their adopted country. Together, they formed a formidable espionage team, their shared history and understanding of CIA methods making them even more effective in their clandestine activities. The involvement of Ma's relative added another layer of complexity to the case. It suggested a shared sense of grievance, perhaps rooted in a perception of being marginalized within American society, or a lingering attachment to their Chinese roots. Whatever the motivation, their collaboration underscored the devastating potential of familial bonds when exploited for nefarious purposes. Section 4. The Walls Close In. The FBI's sting operation. For years, Ma operated under the radar, his treachery undetected. However, the FBI, vigilant in its pursuit of spies and traitors, eventually caught wind of his activities. A meticulously planned sting operation was put into motion, designed to catch Ma red-handed and gather irrefutable evidence of his crimes. In 2019, undercover FBI agents posing as Chinese intelligence officers made contact with Ma. They played on his ego, his greed, and his lingering sense of loyalty to China. Ma, enticed by the prospect of further financial reward and perhaps a misguided sense of validation, took the bait. The FBI recorded hours of conversations, capturing Ma admitting to his past espionage and expressing his willingness to continue working for the Chinese government. This damning evidence sealed his fate. In August 2020, at the age of 80, Alexander Yuk-Ching Ma was arrested by federal agents, his decades of betrayal finally exposed. Section 5. The High Cost of Betrayal. Justice and its Aftermath. Ma's trial sent shockwaves through the intelligence community and the nation. The case was a stark reminder of the enduring threat of espionage, particularly from China, and the vulnerability of even the most secure institutions to insider threats. In 2021, Ma pleaded guilty to conspiracy to communicate national defense information to aid a foreign government. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, a punishment that reflected the gravity of his crimes, but also took into account his advanced age and his cooperation with authorities. The impact of Ma's betrayal extended far beyond the courtroom. His actions damaged U.S. national security, jeopardized the lives of intelligence assets, and eroded trust within the intelligence community. The case served as a wake-up call, prompting a reassessment of security protocols and a renewed focus on counterintelligence efforts. Section 6. The Enduring Threat, a cautionary tale of espionage. The story of Alexander Yukching Ma is a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the enduring allure and devastating consequences of espionage. It highlights the complexities of loyalty, the corrosive power of greed, and the ever-present threat posed by foreign intelligence services seeking to undermine U.S. national security. Ma's case serves as a reminder that espionage is not a relic of the Cold War, but a clear and present danger in the 21st century. It underscores the need for constant vigilance, robust counterintelligence measures, and a recognition that even those entrusted with the nation's secrets can succumb to betrayal.